Right, you are welcome to the Borteyman Sports Complex for the SAC Super Volleyball Championship 2025. This is a match between the Kalibi Volleyball Club up against the Elwak Wings Volleyball Club. This is the ladies, or should I say the women match, the second match of the day for the ladies. This promises to be a cracker, as the two civilian teams in the Ghana Greater Accra Volleyball League will find out. Of course, Kalibi won the GAVA League convincingly as they edge past their compatriots. We have a cracker on our hands now. At the service line is Elizabeth. Wow, that's an A service to begin with. Referee your short, Abraham, top referee. I'll be bringing you the lineup as they stand very soon. Wow! Right on cue there by the lady in the number 10 jersey for Elwak Wings, Marceline Sojnov. Watch out for her, she was on fire yesterday. Can she continue her run? Whoa! Joanna Mensah makes soft work of that unforced error by the libero of Kalibi. Talata in your shot now. Wow. Mary Nyawole gets her points there. Ajara goes to the service line. Watch out for this lady. One of the best in the Ghana volleyball national team. Wow, beautiful hit there by Umar Huzaifa. Watch out for her too. Outside hitter for Kalibi Volleyball. Ajara Abubakar Jabbar goes to the line. She serves into the net. If you ask me, I would wish that this match goes for a 5 sets, but I'm sure the coaches may disagree. Well, in the game of volleyball, 3 out of 5 sets wins the match. That's quite unfortunate there for Mary, as she was going for the sharp angle. Elwak Wings edge on with a point. Marceline at the line.
Let's go.
That's an out ball. Much to the displeasure of the Elwak Volleyball Club. Stephanie, your shot now. Wow, a monster block there. And a combination of Mary and Grace. So Elwak Wings started with Salamatu at position 1, Talata at position 2, Marceline position 3, Joanna position 4, Amina position 5, and Verity position 6. Beautiful pipe attack by Maslin. She's on your screens now. I said, watch out for this lady. She's putting up such a performance. GHOne. That's unfortunate. Block there. Salamatu and Talata. That's the first one they get on Huzaifa. Wow, she goes for the long angle. And you see Ajara trying to edge her on. And she takes the service line. Whoa, Talata there with a stare down at the net. Lady in your screens now. The setup for Elwak Wings Volleyball Club. Coach Lord also on your screens. Meting out instructions. That's unfortunate. Verity serves into the net. Grace. Wow. Wow. What an angle there by Maslin. There's an all-time rivalry between these ladies on the court. Maslin there on your screens. Wonderful play. We are now tied at 8 points apiece. GHOne was going for the tricky shot there to dink the ball right by the side of the block. The net disappointed, and that's one of the Elwak Wings supporters there. Wow. Talata there puts the point away with that overpass. Mary has been shut down by GHOne and Amina Wumpini. Nice middle combination. Stephanie gets the fingers. GHOone. We are tied at 10 points. GHOne frustrated there. She was looking to hoist the ball into the empty space behind the block. Wow, what a rally this is developing into. Wow. Huzaifa tips strongly to the line. The fans are in applause for her. Coach Danladi there, giving her a handshake for that repeated attack. Oh, that's unfortunate. I tell you what, Elizabeth tipped the ball very intelligently into the chaos of the Elwak Wings volleyball team, as the responsibility of one to receive became something to discuss between Marceline and Talata. We are at the Borteyman Sports Complex. This is the SAC Super Volleyball Championship 2025. We are proudly partnered by the EIB network. We are live on GHOne and across the EIB stations. We are also supported by Creator Sports and Entertainment, Jata Cement, Japan Motors, Perla Natural Water, Red Bull, Nasco Electronics, Soccerbet, The Mailbox, LKD Graphics. We are supported by the Ministry of Sports and Recreation, National Sports Authority, and the Ghana Volleyball Federation. This is SVC 2025. The game on your screen is between the Elwak Wings Volleyball Ladies versus the Kalibi Volleyball Club. Kalibi leads by 3 points. This is the first set, and that's an ace by Ajara with a float service way back to the backcourt, right in between GHOne and Verity. That's a point to Elwak Wings. Again, I dare say that these unforced errors may come back to haunt you. There you see Marceline. She's not happy with herself, but her team encourages her. The game of volleyball is as psychological as it comes. If you don't get the support of your team, once you lose focus for a minute, you may be down and out of the match. Brilliant tip there by Amina. Simple, that's it. On your screens now. Elwak Queens are clawing back 13-15. GHOne. She serves in. Wow. Huzaifa thought the ball was going out of bounds, but well, it landed on the line, and that's an in-ball. Volleyball is a game of inches, a game of angles, and a game of the slightest touches. Right on cue there with Huzaifa. She makes up, sorry, for That is there. I tell you what, the float service is a very tricky service. Point being that the ball changes direction as it gets to you. Well, right on cue. Masling is having a hard time dealing with the float service. Mary goes again. Safer, too strong for Masling. The Kalibi volleyball team have opened a 5-point lead, and I dare say they may win this set. But again, I would like to remind you that a lead in volleyball is no lead at all. As the little focus you lose, you may be in hot waters. That's Coach Lord in your shot right there, trying to encourage the Elwak Queens ladies. Amina there. See the encouragement from Coach John. Top referee Abraham signals for the continuation. Uzaifa says there's no ball coming to my position. She makes good show of it. Blocking the overpass. Once again, a service error. Ajara, and you can see the owner of the Kalibi Volleyball Club rightly jubilating that point by Ajara. We'll be bringing you some information on him soon. A lover of the game of volleyball. Ajara gets the tip of the skin very too. Seeing your screens now. Watch out for this lady. She's a powerhouse in the national team. A 7-point lead. Verity, a brilliant spike there, finding the fingers of the Kalibi block. Gets a point and cuts the lead to 6. Substitution for Elwak Queens. Masling comes back to the court. And I see Mame also come for Verity. Joanna, the captain of the Elwak Queens Volleyball Club there. Wow. Wow. Ajara there with smiles and the team congratulating her. What a cross-court kill. She's doing the most for her team. The lead is opened back to 7. Masling gets the inner part of Stephanie's block and into the court. I tell you what, if your hands are not beyond your side of the net into your opponent's court, whenever there's a spike and it touches your hands, it will drop right into your own court. That costs a point. Very tricky float service there. A block by the combination of Stephanie and Elizabeth. You can afford a smile. Elizabeth isn't the tallest, but at that point she got up and then she sprang into a block. That's set point now. First set. Wow, a disciplined middle block there by Talata Masling. There's a sure fact in volleyball that comeback is very real. No matter your lead, it could shrink. And I dare say that Talata is looking to serve her team to a massive comeback. Coach Danlad calls and signals for a timeout. And these timeouts, I have said countless times, are meant to disrupt the rhythm of your opponent and also make sure that your ladies or your team become as relaxed as possible. You can see Coach Edem in your shot also trying to strategize on their comeback. That's some action there. Beautiful block out. And Ajara putting it powerfully. Well defended by GHOne in your shot now. Only unfortunate they couldn't recover. That was the block earlier by Elizabeth. They are back to action. Kalibi at set point. They can afford. Simple dash by Ajara, and this brings us to the end of the first set. Kalibi takes it 25-19. Once again, we are at the Borteyman Sports Complex, and this is the SAC Super Volleyball Championship 2025. We are ably partnered by the EIB Network. We are live on GHOne and the Super Volleyball Championship YouTube page. We are sponsored by Creators Entertainment, Jata Cement, Japan Motors, Pella Natural Water, Red Bull, Nasco Electronics, Soccerbet, The Meal Box, LKD Graphics. We are ably supported also by the Ministry of Sports and Recreation, the National Sports Authority, and the Ghana Volleyball Federation. Yes, Bernard Mona in your shot. Bernard Mona, he has followed volleyball and Ghana volleyball. He has invested, and he is the proud owner of the Kalibi Volleyball Club, whose ladies have inched past the Elwak Volleyball Club. They lead in this match by a set. Now Bernard Mona has pushed a lot for the Ghana Volleyball Federation. He is doing massive work and investment across the volleyball fraternity in Ghana. We are proud to have him supporting also the national team, among other things. That's on your screens now are the Kalibi ladies. Coach Danla taking a sip there. Ably assisted by Emmanuel Kukwenu and Coach Kashmir Lagbenyaga. Coach Kashmir, I can say, he coached me while I was in the University of Ghana volleyball team. He coached us also into a successful and a gold medal in the 2020 Gusa Games held at the University of Ghana. Had an illustrious volleyballing career in Egypt. And you can see him on your far right on the screen, Coach Abeku also there, and Coach Danlad, all in your shots. On your screens now are the Nigerian Customs men. I can see their captain there, Philip. You can afford a smile. I tell you what, Adjara and Huzaifa are making the most for the Kalibi volleyball team. Coach Edem trying to encourage the ladies. Get your morale up. You can see Talata also conferring. With Abdul Ganiu, he was also a very instrumental part while he was playing the national team. Mary on your screen, the opposite player for Kalibi. I'll be explaining shortly the various positions on the court and the functions as well that come with playing such positions, or perhaps the names of the individual positions and their functions. Of course, we could start with the setter, who we can say is the maestro of a team. Talata, number 9 of the Elwak wing volleyball team, is the setter there, and she distributes the set ball to her attackers for a possible spike and a point. Wow. Ajara finds a space by the block. Draw first blood in the second set. Wow. Beautifully done there by Grace. As Elizabeth set her up beautifully for the middle combination. 2-0. Unfortunately, see Grace there with that monster block on Maslin. For the replay. Wow. She goes again. Done. I told you, watch out for Adjara. She's exciting to watch. as she goes high above the block there. Wow, she finds space by the side of Talata. Wow, another block there. Verity shut down by Grace and Ajara. That was tight at the net. Intelligently done by Ajara. You can see her excited as she takes her team out of trouble. They lead by 6 points to nothing. And Coach Adam signals for a timeout. Will Kalibi run with this? Will they win? Wow. They've opened a 6-0 lead in the second set. Coach Ganiu there trying to encourage the ladies. And again, I can hammer on the fact that a lead in volleyball may be erased just by your team's lack of concentration. That was a block there by Grace. She was late to the block though. See her celebration. And see Ajara there. Wow, brilliantly finding the space. Wow, that's an intelligent play by Maslin. Finds the fingers of the block and makes the point. Nicely recovered. Wow. Beautifully put away. Wow. From the pipe. Nicely dealt with there. Ajara, the service line. Verity, that was unfortunate for her. Looking for the fingers of the tall Kalibi block. Ajara goes for the jump service. Maslin. Wow, that was a joust at the net, but unfortunately Huzaifa touched the net, and that's a net violation. You can see Christine has come in for Talata at the setter's row. Yes, and that was the infringement there. If you touch any part of the net except beyond the antennae. Wow. Wonderful ace there. Again, Maslin aces. I tell you, this service is what we call the float service. It comes with such power, and it has a wicked bend on it in the air, such that it is not easily received. And as you've seen so far, it's a very effective serving tool. Even on the international level, you would like to serve to the weakest passer on the opponent's court. And as well, if you could get a good float service, it means that the ball, while in its flight in the air, does not change direction. It does not change shape or form. And then it has such a wicked bend on it going onto your receiver. It's an effective serving tool for the ladies volleyball. The men also use it a lot. Maslin. Wow. That's an unfortunate touch and into the court. Again, the effect of a timeout. Maslin aiming to tip behind the block. Pushing the Kalibi lead to 6. That's an intelligent play there by Verity. That's a touch out, or you could say a block out. And you could see Kuzefa there was not happy. Wow, a miscommunication between Salamatu and Maslin, but they resolve, I'm sure. They'll have a communication and they will speak to each other, then we could continue. Wow, Verity intelligently tips it behind the tall block of Huzaifa. Once the ball is not in a position where you'll be comfortable to spike, you will be well advised to tip to a position in the open court of your opponent. Wow! That's a monster block there. See them celebrating. Verity shuts down Huzaifa. Wow, that's a beautiful reach beyond the net. Mega rally developing here, but Ajara shuts it down. I tell you what, this is a beautiful piece of volleyball in play here. See Ajara wind up and goes for the cross court. Salamatu could not defend. Unfortunately, Mary serves into the net. Verity goes for the jump service. Serves out. Huzaifa also gives a point back to Elwak wins with a service out. The lead It's just 2 points now. Another service out there by Mami. These are free gifts. Christine calling out the formation you see. Of course, I will explain some of the formations as well. Yet another gift to the Elwak Queens team, and you can see them celebrating heartily. 13-11 is the scoreline in the second set. This is the SAC Super Volleyball Championship 2025 live on GHOne TV at the Borteyman Sports Complex. Wow, Maslin goes high above the block there as she cuts the lead to 1. I told you, Kalibi started with 6-0. Now we are 13-12. They lead by just a point. 12-13 to the Elwak volleyball team. Mary comes out for the Kalibi volleyball team on a substitution. And Aminata replaces her. That is an out ball. Although the ball reached the net, the opponent's court, it went behind the antenna. The antenna is the red and white long pole on the net. Any ball that passes behind it is considered an out ball. Intelligent service there. Kalibi. Oh, Maslin. She tried the one-legged shot. We call it one-legged in Ghana. Ajara finds the fingers of the block and gets it into the court. They begin to tear away once again. Elizabeth at the line. Wow. Mind you, in the game of volleyball, there are only 3 touches. You are permitted 3 touches in your court. And on the 3rd touch, you would usually like to send the ball into your opponent's court. You are permitted for 3 touches in any way at all. The modern game has developed such that just make sure the ball does not touch the ground. Do anything within your power to keep the ball afloat. Only that in doing that also, maybe be careful with your contact. That is intelligence there by Aminata. She tips it to the backcourt. As the game gets exciting, right on cue there. So Maslin hits the ball, but the ball hits the antenna. Anytime there's a contact of such, the rules of volleyball stipulate that that is an infringement and hence a point against you. If your hand touches the antenna, it's a foul. If you hit the ball and it touches the antenna, it's a foul. Should you recover the ball, of course, don't let any part of your body touch the net though. But should you, in the attempt to recover the ball, recovers the ball behind the antenna, that we would still say it's a good ball. If you touch the net behind the antenna, you are not in infringement of the volleyball rules. Anywhere between the antenna from where the other one is and where the other is stationed, anytime you touch any part of the net between the antenna, that would be an infringement against you. But beyond the antenna, that would not count as an infringement. The game will go on. That's a little volleyball education there for you. You see some long poles on the net. They are not for decoration. They are the part we call the antenna. That's an infringement as well. You could see Christine, number 2, the setter for Elwak Wings, jubilating heartily. She is at the backcourt. Hence, as a setter at the backcourt or any player at the backcourt, she can make contact of the ball, but that ball should stay within the bounds of her court. You, a blocker at the other side, once you touch such a ball, which has not crossed over to your side, it's an infringement. And that was what we saw there. Wow. Ajara is disappointed she couldn't reach that. Chip out. Gradually coming back into the game. 17-19. With this stage, a comeback. Replaces Salamatu. Goes with the float service there. That's an out ball. Rather uncharacteristic of Uzefa. The lead shrinks back to 1. I told you earlier, volleyball's lead could be mopped up by some mistakes. And again, a block there by the Elwak Volleyball Club. And we are back to level pegging at 19. Wow. Stephanie there. Push the ball away beautifully. Wow, powerfully done by Mami. She goes for the line and finds the fingers of Elizabeth. You could see Aminata disappointed she couldn't recover. Verity. Uzefa gets the line. Wow. point back to Elwak wins. What a game of volleyball we are witnessing here. There are some free gifts. With a point you don't work for. There's a net touch. See, Coach Edem is not happy. Top referee Abraham signal for a net touch. That's an unfortunate long ball. Maslin. Kalibi inch closer to the 25-point. Maslin comes back. Wow, nicely recovered. His team goes for the second touch. That's unfortunate. From Grace, she has been perfect so far. Like I said, you need to encourage your teammates even when they commit a mistake. See, there's been a substitution. Christine, your shot there goes back, and then Talata comes in. 22-23. Christine. Adara, wow. She can beg a smile. She finds the fingers there of Talata, who is not happy. That's Adara on your screens. That's the points there. They were in such danger. But right on cue, she finds the fingers. This brings them to set points. Will they win the set? Yes, they do. Adara does it again. Rather disappointingly to the Elwak volleyball team. 25-22. Score in the second set. Yesterday was day 2 of the competition, and out of all the 6 matches played were some results. Ghana Police ladies beat the Navy ladies 3 straight. Similarly for the men, Ghana Police men beat Navy men 3 straight. In fact, I can say that yesterday was a day for 3 straight. I mean, all the matches came to that conclusion of 3 sets to nothing. The Nigerian Customs team also beating the All-Stars team, I mean the men category, by 3 straight. We saw the Nigerian Customs ladies dominate the Elwak Wing volleyball ladies yesterday with a 3 straight. The Ghana Immigration Service also suffered a 3 straight loss to Kalibi ladies yesterday. Will we have a repeat of yesterday? Early on in the first match, we saw the Ghana Immigration Service suffer another 3-0 defeat to the Nigerian Customs ladies team. Everyone trying to establish their dominance over their opponent. There in your shots there and on your screens are the Nigerian custom team, both male and female. They are watching keenly to recognize the powerhouses in their opponent's team, and that could help them strategize against them should they meet anywhere in the competition. Again, we are at the Borteyman Sports Complex, and this is the SAC Super Volleyball Championship 2025. We are ably partnered by the EIB Network. We are live on GHOne and the Super Volleyball Championship YouTube page. We are sponsored by Creator Sports and Entertainment, Jata Cement, Japan Motors, Perla Natural Water, Red Bull, NASCO Electronics, Soccerbet, The Meal Box, LKD Graphics. We are also supported by the Ministry of Sports and Recreation, the National Sports Authority, and the Ghana Volleyball Federation. If you could join us, the more better. But you watching at home, enjoy. Of course, send us your comments. Some Kalibi fans there jubilating and enjoying. They are in a comfortable lead now. They lead the Elwak Wings volleyball ladies by 2-0. Coach Kashmir Agbenyaga, Coach Danlad, and Coach Abeku. They're now on your screen, urging the Kalibi ladies. At this juncture in volleyball, with a 2-0 lead, we would like to wrap up quickly if you are in the lead. But if you are down by 2 sets, you would wish that your team stages a massive comeback. Again, in volleyball, a lead can be erased by a lack of concentration. If you lead either in the set or at the points during the game, it can be erased. I have seen some massive comebacks where a team has led by a whole 2 sets, and then their opponent team came back to win 3-2. A vivid example for that would be the Russian volleyball team going 3-2 to win the 2012 London Olympics against Brazil, just by a tactical strategy that they drew up from the bench, where Dmitry Museski, who was supposed to be a middle blocker, was now put at the opposite position, and they thrived against the Brazilian counterpart. Set 3 now. Back to volleyball. Elwak Wings draw first blood. Christine there. Wow. That's on fire. Here we go again. Uzaifa with a tip, very intelligently done. As an attacker, you have several weapons, including a massive spike, including looking for the fingers of your opponent, including tipping like this where there's a tall block, including finding space on the court, putting the ball in those spaces to make your point. Oh, Masling is going for that sharp angle there. Miscalculated a shot. A wrist away from the left side or from position 4. Wow. I have a mega rally developing here. That's unfortunate. Maslin could not find the line. I tell you what, volleyball involves a lot of energy. Wow, we have a headshot there. Registered by Faustina Kofi, the middle blocker in your shot. Nicely executed. Zaifa did not get the fingers of the block nor the court. Amina Wumpumi. Wow, Maslin comes with a fire, and Ajara could not recover. She's in some kind of discomfort. We hope she's okay. If you're a Kalibi fan and you see her down, you may be worried. Beautifully done by Uzaifa. She goes above the block of Christine. Christine is not that tall, so her block may not reach that high. So Uzaifa finds that space above her block into the court. Ajara winds up. That's hit out. Wow. Oh. That's unfortunate there. The confusion. See Coach Danlad encouraging Ajara. Elwak Wings increases their lead to 3. The score is 8-5. Elwak Wings lead. Brilliantly done by Faustina. The score now is 9-5 in favor of Elwak Wings. Coach Danladi calls for a timeout. Be on your screen now. Coach Kashmir Agbenyaga. See him waving his fingers, encouraging the ladies. Marceline in your shot there, receiving instruction and some encouragement from Mavis Akuvi. Marceline, see Coach Eden behind her. It's an energy-intensive game. Volleyball is not for the weak. It has every part of your body involved. Once you keep the ball up, we are in play. Rather unfortunate for Marceline. Ball goes out. Six, 9. Wow! Beautifully recovered. We have a mega rally developing here. Oh, unfortunately, Faustina could not put that away. Player down. The libero of the Elwak Wings volleyball team, she is down, and as well as I can see in your shot there, Huzaifa also in some discomfort. The medical team checking up on them, and this is a technical timeout. Once you get injured on the court, you have some time to recover, after which time the assistant referee may signal that you be substituted. If you are able to get up on your own without the medical attention, then the game may move on and then you may still be on court. But once there is a medical intervention, or like we see on our screens, the medical team comes up, you may have to be substituted for just a point even, and then you can return. Brilliant work there by the medical team. I see Pasa. Pick up Jennifer and then escorting her off the court. Of course, every team can afford 2 liberos. So once one is injured, you can see Asana, number 16 of the Elwak wing volleyball team. She has a different jersey, and I explained in the other broadcast that the libero's role is supposed to be a very defensive role. You are given the duties of a defensive player for passing, for recovery, for covering attacks. You know, she or the libero suffers a lot. The entire court is expected, or there's expectation from your team to help them in defense of the opponent's balls and the opponent's high spikes. Referee Abraham signals for the continuation. Mami comes in with a kill, getting the touch out. Faustina in the shot. She serves out. Wow, Ajara with a stare down at Verity. As she hits one pass, Coach Adam is not happy. Then the bench spotted an infringement on that play there with Stephanie touching the ball twice. But in a game of volleyball, once you go for a block and your hand touch the ball above the net, you are mandated, or you can go ahead and play the same ball. That will not count as a double touch against you. I think that's what the referee saw, and they did not whistle for a double touch. Wow. Miami saves her team. That was a ball headed for the net, but she leaped high. Tips it in the middle of the court. Christine, she's making such an impact for the Elwak volleyball wings team since coming on for Talata. Unfortunately, she serves into the net and apologizes. The Elwak wings team lead by a point. That's an out service. Ajara, rather uncharacteristic of her. Sends Mami back to the line. Wow. Shut down by Huzaifa. Amina Wumpini has been shut down there. A monster block. Stephanie at the line now. Verity gets the friendly tip. See Maslin there in some discomfort, holding her head and her shoulder. Tell you what, the game is so energetic and very tiring. You can see the powerful spikes from these ladies. We suffer such injuries as shoulder dislocation, among other things. You need to be well trained and very well prepared for the game of volleyball. It's exciting. Right on cue there. See the stare down by Maslin in your shot. I tell you, she's the best player in the Elwak Queens team. The no-nonsense lady. Definitely a talent to watch out. They've extended their lead to 14. Beautifully recovered. Wow! Maslin. Beautiful piece of volleyball here. And I've Dan Lad, Coach Dan Laddy, calls for a timeout. Ajara could not recover. Encouraging the ladies. Coach Adam there. And Coach Lord and Coach Ganiu all encouraging their ladies. Grace, in your shot, come back to make some dance moves. We are live on GHOne and on the Super Volleyball Championship YouTube platform. We are coming to you live from the Borteyman Sports Complex. And this is the SAC Super Volleyball Championship 2025. A game between Kalibi volleyball ladies and the Elwak Wings volleyball ladies. This is a third set. Kalibi leads the match with 2 sets. And Elwak Wings are staging a comeback. Will they stage that comeback? Well, we live to see. Wow. Unfortunately, Huzaifa did not find the angle on her shot. Her spike goes out of bounds. And Elwak Wings extend their lead to 16. Comeback is very real in volleyball though. Wow, that's an infringement. As Elizabeth, the setter, number 3 of the Kalibi team, had a double contact on the ball. So the ball is supposed to be handled in a certain way such that it doesn't pass through your fingers. And as well, if it delays a bit, the referee may call for an infringement. Hence, the positioning of your hands on the ball, among other things, should be something you've really trained for. This is why we are excited for volleyball, such a specialized sport. That's an infringement also by Christine, as You cannot come from the back court and tip a ball over to your opponent court. You can't tip it behind the 3-meter line though, but not in your position when you come from the back court. Maslin once again right on cue, making the most for the Elwak volleyball ladies. As they intend to stage a comeback, possibly to win this game. That's a miscue there. Wow, Faustina gets the friendly touch. Coach Adam jubilating. He's a tight man this morning. 19-12. And Kalibi makes a change. Latifa Abanga coming in for Grace Kipo. That's an out ball. Much to the excitement of Mami, who escaped that brilliantly. Now the strategy of Elwak Queens is very simple. Keep going to the hot hand, who is Maslin, number 10. Keep going to her and then make your point as a pipe from Majara. As she gets the block out. Unfortunately, Huzaifa and Maslin takes the line. Fortunately, Mami did not get the tip. Again, volleyball is very tricky. Your 7-point lead may be wiped off just by a consistent serving run and a beautiful defense from your opponent. Huzaifa on the pipe there gets the friendly touch. Is Kalibi going to stage a massive comeback? Coach Adam signals for a timeout. Once again, utilizing that privilege of a timeout to disrupt the flow and the run of the Kalibi volleyball team as they intend to stage a comeback and a possible win of the match. Your shot there is Coach John and Coach Lord speaking to Christine and Coach Kashmir, Coach Ganiu. This is the SAC Super Volleyball Championship 2025 live on GHOne and across the EIB network. Some action for you there. And this was the infringement I spoke about. This was that out ball. Mami nearly touched it. You can see her. Rather unfortunate for Majara. She's not happy with herself. Very uncharacteristic. She was looking to go beyond the block of Christine. Kalibi Libro there in your short media. There's some rectification, and I'll explain to you why there's a yellow card. So there are cards in volleyball as well. Have a red card. Wow, Aminata gets it. The score now is 17, sorry. Or should I say 17-22 in favor of Elwak Wings in the third set. Will they put this away, or will we have Kalibi? Ajara comes with the fire. At this juncture, there's massive pressure on the Elwak Wing ladies, and Coach Adam signals for their second and final timeout. Again, each team has 2 timeouts per set, and after that you may have no timeout. Kalibi has been on a run now, cutting the lead to 4. Here we go again. Very tea. Now attempt to get the fingers rather tipped out. That's very sad. Unfortunately, Ajara touches the ball and it went out. Much to the delight of the fans and the team of Elwak Wings. So a yellow card in volleyball would mean a warning There's no penalty actually. Just a warning to the entire team or sometimes to a particular player. Ajara gets the friendly block into the Elwak wing court. Goes to the service line with Set Venom. Massive confusion there between the libero of Elwak Wings and Masling, their top attacker. At this juncture, if you're an Elwak Wing fan, you hope that she's right and she's all right. If you can see her in some kind of agony, holding her knee, this would let you know the very importance of communication in the game of volleyball. Communication skills, very, very key. That's Ajara there going way above the block of Christine. Some action on your screen now from the lady who is now down and receiving treatment. So like I explained earlier, the yellow card would mean that you receive a warning without a penalty. However, the red card signals a penalty, and that penalty is worth a point deduction from your already amassed points during the set. It can be given to you based on the misconduct, and then where the referee deemed fit, where the entire team is trying to disobey his or her orders. That's a net violation. By the Kalibi team, whistled by the second referee. So a red card will mean a penalty, and then 1 point to be deducted from your team and added to your opponent, because obviously they would merit that point. A red and yellow, when the cards are put together, would mean that player will be expelled from that set and to be substituted by another player. That's unfortunate. Christine, she's mad at herself, encouraged by her team. As the Elwak Queens are now at set point, with Kalibi chasing a 3-point different game. Wow. Maslin there. Put one past the block. This brings us to the end of the third set. See the applause from the fans there as Maslin is putting on a show here. Wow, beautiful performance by the Elwak Wings volleyball team. They are staging a comeback, making a case as we are now going to the fourth set. Kalibi leads 2-1. We are live at the Borteyman Sports Complex. We are live on GHOne and across the EIB network. We are sponsored by Creator Sports and Entertainment, Jata Cement, Japan Motors, Perla Natural Water, Red Bull, Nasco Electronics, Soccerbet, The Meal Box, LKD Graphics, and we are ably supported by the Ministry of Sports and Recreation, the National Sports Authority, the Volleyball, Ghana Volleyball Federation. It's going down here at the Borteyman Sports Complex. We'll be here through to Sunday as we hope to crown winners in this year's game. I tell you, it's a match going on here. Rightly so, Kalibi versus Elwak Wings. Sorry. I left before church closed. There's this tournament going on at the Borteyman Sports Complex there. I'm doing commenting for GHOne. I'm going live and all that. I liaised with the organizers and then the main person said that I'm here at the Borteyman Sports Complex. Started on Sunday. The time we were in church to have We are back to the fourth set. It's going down here. Who takes it? Will Elwak Wings stage a comeback? Or will Kalibi stamp the emphatic win? We live to see. Well, I've explained what it means to receive a yellow card. I've explained what it means to receive a red card. Now, I explained earlier what it also means to receive a red and a yellow put together. With a red and yellow put together, you'll be expelled from that set alone. If you're a player or a coach, you'll be expelled from the set. You can join in the next set. And you may be substituted by a different player. There's always supposed to be 6 players on court at all times. Set 4 underway. And Ajara gets us going. Can beg a smile as she tags the end line there. Ajara gets one pass, Verity. It's a line infringement by Mami. You will have to stay within the bounds of your court. When your leg crosses that middle line into your opponent's court, it's a foul. If your leg is on the line though, that is not a foul. It doesn't count for an infringement. Kalibi running away with this set. 4-0 now. They seek to re-establish their dominance in this match. Verity hits long. She was looking for the favor from the referee as she spotted a touch in the middle block of her. Coach Jordan signals for a timeout. Coach Kashmir Agbenyaga in your shot now. Mami is not happy. Coach Ganiu and Coach John. Coach Kashmir meting out instructions to Aminata. All encouraging their ladies to a victory. In the game of volleyball as well, you can be totally disqualified in the match where the red and yellow is flashed in your face. Once they are separated, the red and yellow separated cards are given to you. You are disqualified from the match entirely. And that also is an infringement. 6-0 now. Kalibi leads in the fourth set. Ajara gets that friendly tip against the block. Elwak wins there. Hence, the law of averages concerning timeout did not work for Elwak wins. As it is much more likely for the team that whistled for the timeout to get the next point. But again, Masling Christine on your screen now. That was a replay. Masling comes through the pipe over. Christine serves into the net. A service error. Much to the delight of Kalibi. 8-1 the scoreline. Massive block there by Verity. Shut down. Zephyr. Wide ball out. She gets up beyond her net. Mami serves out. Salamatu. That's Stephanie. Maslin saves her team. Maslin gets the point, but Aminata and some pain there. Rather unfortunate. The second referee signals for the medical team. Can see her. She did not land well on the balls of her feet, and she grabs it in agony. This is the game of volleyball. The game we so love. It's a game of inches, it's a game of angles, it's a game of power. Exactly. Can see Christine there. States that we need 4 points as she signals to her teammates. Aminata signals that she could continue. Rather unfortunate from Verity. Verity. (10-4). Kalibi leads. A mega rally developing here. Wow. Zephyr gets the ball past the block and tags Maslin there. She is now down. You see from the replay, beautiful recovery from Ajara. Past the block. Maslin, I must say, was rightly positioned at a very good position where she could have made a good contact on the ball, but for the wicked spin on the ball, it's much more difficult to recover when the ball has a spin on it. Zephyr is down. Lydia in your shot now. Tajara and Elizabeth of the Kalibi team. Lydia, another promising talent at the liberals position. It's a mega rally. This was Beautiful block by Variety. Continue. 11-4. Beautiful block there. Josefa. Get one on Amina Wumpuni. Wow. Intelligent play by Maslin. Ajara comes through the pipe. The net catch. An out ball. And Kalibi staying away gradually. That's unfortunate. And that's the demonstration of the float service, only that it did not cross the net. Where the middle of your palm contacts the middle of the ball in the air. It puts the wind around the ball in such an aerodynamic way such that the ball does not spin but keeps its shape throughout the flight. And that is not easily dealt with. That's unfortunate as Asana nearly picked that tip ball. Number 16 of Elwak wins their libero or libero in some languages and in some parlance. (15-6). Intelligent play there by Ajara as she smiles to victory. 16-6 as a 10-point lead by the Kalibi volleyball team as they hope to put this away. Mami did not get the angle. Some out ball. Picture them encourages her. Latifa. That's an ace serve. She aces. Asana. Amami comes out for Sandra Amponsan. combination play between Stephanie and Elizabeth. Coach Adam and Elwak wins calls for a timeout. Match to the delight on your screens now. Friendly tip as all three ladies of the Elwak wins front court went for that block. We are live at the Borteyman Sports Complex. We are live on GHOne and across the EIB network. This is the SAC Super Volleyball Championship 2025. And the Kalibi Volleyball Club will definitely win this one, as they are in a very comfortable lead, 13 points lead. Ajara once again gets the fingers of the block and out, bringing us to 26. Wow. An ace service there. Once again, Latifa Abanga, she has had a beautiful service run. Her float service are very effective as the Elwak wing team finding some difficulty. That's an out ball. And a point to Elwak wings. No, the referee redirects it to Kalibi. Coach Adam is not happy. Coach Adam understands very well. Him on your screens now. What are you talking about? He says, as he anticipated the infringement rather from the Kalibi side. Top referee Abraham confers with the down referee, his assistant, and they still award Kalibi that point. Sandra, she's not the tallest, but she gets that point there with her first touch of the game. Here we go again. Ajara hits out, but with such a lead, you can afford to miss a few. Only that there's caution. You can see as Coach Kashmir Agbenyaga is not happy with her. She was going for the high fingers of Verity there, but she misses narrowly. A lead in volleyball is no lead at all, as it could be wiped out with a beautiful service run, just like we saw done by Latifa Abanga. It could be done same to you, and you may not be happy, as it will turn the tide of the match in the favor of your opponent. Hence, you would rather look on to put the match away Back to the court, and Faustina with the ball for Elwak Wings. Wow. Verity picks one from Ajara. The scoreline 22-10. Comeback is real. It's really real in volleyball. Beautifully tipped by Ajara. She looks to make up for that missed point. Sandra gets one past the block. I tell you what, she's not the tallest, but she's making the most of her opportunity here. Sandra Amponsan. Free ball. This brings us to match point for the Kalibi Volleyball Club. 24-11. Ajara at the line. She goes for the jump service. Wow! And she aces it. Much to the delight of the Kalibi Volleyball Club. Winning the match by 3-1. This has been a great game there. You can afford to celebrate. You can see their celebration. They are happy. Beautiful match. It has been. Congratulations to the Kalibi Volleyball Club for winning their second match. They won against the Ghana Immigration Service yesterday, and they've won against the Elwak Wings Volleyball Club. They are in such a run now. Hard luck to Coach Adam and his team. So we are live at the Borteyman Sports Complex, and this has been a match between Kalibi Volleyball Club and Elwak Wings Volleyball Club in the ladies category. The match ended in a 3-1 victory for Kalibi Volleyball Club, and they seek to qualify from their group. I think it's safe to say they've qualified with 2 matches won. Well, I have come your way, and my name is Cornelius. We would meet in other broadcasts. We are here at the Borteyman Sports Complex. This is day 3 of the tournament. For now, say bye-bye.